Cello. Oh boy, cello. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Saturday. I want to thank God who was first in my life. God, the universe, um, what I know, what I think I know, because in all actuality, we don't know, we really don't know nothing. I don't care how you done went to school and what you think you may know. You know, I only worry about things I can control. But I want to thank the ancestors, the universe, God, and everybody that has made me the person that I am now. Today's subject is why worry about things that you can't control. And actually, I only worry about things that I can control with my life in my house. And, I try to be as honest and truthful um, because, yeah, I did it. I did it all and I made it. And I'm still here. So, this is the story I got to tell. Growing up, you know, I saw a lot of stuff. Okay. I knew what I wasn't going to be like, what I wasn't going to do. But growing up and what I experienced in my life and what I've seen go on in the world, as people keep saying, keep on living. When I say I don't worry about things I can't control, I don't get up and worry about what Trump is doing every day, what none of these politicians are doing every day. Because at the end of the day, they all going to do whatever they want to do. The programming is so deep. They know us better than we know ourselves because they program us. They going to let so many of y'all make it. So many. This is all part of the programming. And I want to state this. Welfare was created for women, white women, when the husbands went out to war. They used the welfare program for black women to keep the black man out of the house. Black men, they did not want living in the house. Some of y'all will swear up and down, because see, sometimes I'll just let people win just to win. But those of us that lived the truth, those of us that wasn't handpicked by the jobs, because, they'll have some of y'all on the job. See, this is what they do. They already got the picture. This is the picture. Keep the black man out of the house. Let women think keeping a man out the house. We feed them. We give them money. Therefore, they keep the black man out of the house. The woman relies on the welfare system. They felt like most men wasn't going to step up. Okay, you had the movie Claudine. Even if that man was working, and, if that man was working, they didn't want them in the house neither. You know what? Because, see, that meant that they could have dreams. They could buy a house, they can buy a car, they can invest. long as you didn't have that black man in the house that could keep the kids in line, especially the boys, they would not have a prison system, okay? They wouldn't be able to sell their drugs because they knew black men were leaders. They knew, and that was the goal. You could not, back in the 60s to 70s, oh, baby, you couldn't have a man in your house, even if it was your husband. You could not have him there. And if they found out he had a job and he made so much, they kicked him out. They kicked the entire family out. They did not have programs in place. They did not have nothing. They did not want the black man in the house. It's just that plain and simple. Now, like right now, as of today, they're going to let some of you black people make it, and some they not. Some they going to let y'all think they're going to let y'all make it so y'all can say, oh, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Oh, no. The programming still continues. The programming still continues. I don't worry about things I can't control. I know what I had to do. People like, oh, it's bad now. Baby, you ain't seen bad. We done already saw bad. Okay, let me see. We saw the coal mines close. We saw entire cities go under. Detroit with the car business. We saw like Joliet, Illinois, where I live at, was where Caterpillar. This whole town, like, there were no jobs in the 80s. Between the steel mills, Caterpillar closing down, this town was a ghost town. All over the United States of America, there has been a need for this, a need for that. And when those needs were no longer met, then hey, stuff changed. Stuff changed. Everybody. Hold on. I don't see. And when people say they ain't seen nothing, what the hell you think the war did to you, United States? People coming back from the war. What do you think crack did to communities? Destroying a whole generation. And folks talking about they ain't seen it this bad. Oh yeah, we lost a whole generation of drugs that they put into the community. And then some of y'all to blame the people for using it when it was put right there in our face. In the face. The programming still continues. We lost a whole generation. A whole generation. What did any of these politicians do to help the addictions of crack? Let me see. Oh, they took your kids. A lot of people became foster parents because they was giving them great money. Foster parent, take the kids away. Take the kids out of the home, out of the black home. Let them be adopted by other nationality races gender, okay, instead of getting treatment. Oh, all of this stuff came later on, but the initial program was put the dope in the community, put it in the community, take their kids away from them, take the culture away from them, teach them that their race wasn't nothing. You know, their mamas and daddies wasn't nothing because they were addicts. Send them to prison, keep the prison system going. Keep the prison system going. So this is why I don't worry about things I can't control. Because it's already an agenda put out there. I don't, you know, all of these people are dirty and no good. I'm not worried about what none of these people do. I don't care I don't care what's going on. I don't worry about stuff I can't control. Let me see. When they took us hostage, when the Olympics was going on, okay, when the hostages, all kind of stuff done happened, and ain't nobody done hit that A button, okay? It's all smoke and scream to me, baby, because at the end of the day, all of those people and all of those world leaders act like they don't like each other, and we still ain't getting nothing but crumbs, and then people want to say, oh, you can get out here and you can do it, you can make it, you can do this. Well, the biggest story ever, the biggest lie ever told, I remember when we used to tell people that you could become the president if you was a felon, because I've worked with several organizations, and we thought it was just awful that a person, if you had a felony conviction, which a felony conviction could be something so simple. It could be theft. If it was so much, they make it a felony. You know, if it was maybe you hit a person, maybe you struggle with anger issues, they made it a felony condition. And people do change. But anyway, hell, they've made traffic tickets a felony conviction. Therefore, a felony could not get a job. People could not get a job because they had a felony on their record. So this whole system, it was all designed, because they only gonna let so many people make it. I don't care what Trump doing now every day. They worrying about every move he makes. No, I'm concerned about what's going on in my local community, in my home, what lies them been told, how they have kept the division going within our race. All of this was built by design. The city of Chicago, they were not even able to put on the ballot to make it a sanctuary city. It was not voted on. The city council and the mayor, Lori Lightfoot, they passed laws. They can, anything, like I say, anything can be done. When these people want it bad enough, they'll find another law or act. The people of Chicago did not vote for Chicago to be a sanctuary city. So yeah, we gonna complain all day long. We didn't ask for them people to be there. We didn't ask for it. We had no control over that. We had no control when these people decided to make cities sanctuary cities so they can steal money, not account for it. And it's all smoke and screen, because most of them are all thieves. The rich still getting richer, their generational wealth, and we still aren't getting anything. What do they do for the inner cities? Nothing. Everybody has hijacked the civil rights movement. They've hijacked it. And I sit here now. It's so disappointing to see how all y'all have let the programming. Some of y'all think y'all have made it. Some of y'all think y'all better than the next one. You saying what they should have did, what they could have did. You didn't live in these people's shoes, in these houses, or where they was at. You didn't live in that. The programming still continues. Some of y'all make it, y'all want to move the hell away. Not go back and try to teach your people the truth, because some of y'all still programmed. You still programmed. Some of y'all think that you have to win every argument. And the big excuse is, I do my research and I do that. I don't argue with people in the city that I live in or used to live in. And I got family that live there. It's always the people that don't live in the neighborhoods, in the community, that's always talking about the people that live in the community, in neighborhoods. It's always those type of people that's talking about the people that's talking about the migrants in their cities, where it was not voted on, where nobody, they didn't vote on that. They made it a sanctuary city, and they done gave these people in the city of Chicago $525 million that they can't account for. So, since you can't account for that money, we're not getting ready to give you no federal funding. Well, we already know what they done did. They done stole the money. They didn't put any money into the black communities. We know that some landlords, some homeowners, let me tell you, when them migrants came to Chicago and they price gouged the rent, see, I'm speaking facts, not what I know or what I think I don't know. I don't have to do research. I know people. I know people that's affected. I know what some people done did. Let me tell you, price gouging went up. It went up when those migrants were coming over here. That's when the price gouging. They gave them unlimited resources to spend on housing food and everything. Now us greedy people, because they price gouge. They was paying up to $5,000 a month for you, for people, these migrant people that come over here with their customs. Hey, Uncommon Sense with Jose. Hey, Young Riaz. And so, what happened was, they price gouge. Oh, Black BMC, I got a girl now, and you know, sometimes you let people that win just for the sake of winning. We know they didn't want the black man in the house. They did whatever. You let some people win. I can remember having an argument, and I called my aunt. She said, girl, just let some people win, because we already know they did not want the black man in the house. They had a few black women working for the system that they made them think they was doing everything for for them. You know, that's how they do to keep the division. But back to the, because I'm looking at the chat. Yep, to love our women but hate our men. BMC. Yep, that myth that we don't know our fathers is a crock of shit. Yep. Hey, Crump. Hey, Uncommon Sense. And let me tell you something. Hey, Mouthpiece. So, back to the programming. Back to this price gouging. Okay. This price gouging, landlords, business owners, because when them folks was in Chicago, they was sleeping all in the police stations and everything. The price gouging, the reason rent is high right now, the reason rent is high is because it was unlimited spending, right? Because they knew these people were bringing their different cultures and their different ways of eating. And I got nothing against nobody. Hey, we eat everything from the pig, from the tutor to the rooter. Hog maws is pig's nuts. So, you know, that's why I say, y'all let people divide us. I don't. You know, be proud. If you eat dogs, cats, I don't care. Like I say, we eat the pig. So anyway, what they did is people were able to price gouge because they were saying they didn't have records. That's why we have rent high. This happened way before Trump got in office. This is what one, you know, the bird. See, it's the same bird. That's what y'all got to realize. I ain't getting on that bird the left or the right, because that bird don't care about me. That bird do this, and they still all benefit. Them people sit up and Biden, Trump probably talking to Kamala right now, as far as we know. Y'all will swear up and down they hate each other. Don't let these people fool you. So anyway, they were able to price gouge. I know people that had property, that sold their property I know a person that once the migrants come to the city of Chicago and they had property, they rented out their property and price gouge. They were able to retire 5 years earlier than they planned. Okay. They used the system to work for them. Again, no money went back into the inner cities. The inner cities where people of color live. No community centers. No place for the kids to go. You know, the streets are dangerous. They're already dangerous. Now we've got all kind of gangs that have come, different gangs from the country. Then y'all want to be talking about ICE. I need my neighborhood to be safe. I don't care who it is. Who it is. I should be able to walk to, I should be able, and I do, I go anywhere I want to. And I don't want nobody to get this twisted. I interact with people of all races because I look at people. I don't look at color. And all of these stereotypes that they have about us that was part of their programming. They were taught black people were no good. We ain't no good, we dirty, we all live in the projects. You know, ain't no man living with them. See, the man ain't there, but they don't want the man in the house. Most of them go to prison. This is what other races was told about us. Now that everything is coming out with the programming, right? So I had to get myself together because I'm going to tell you, I was so mad when I look at the hip-hop, the rap community. Let me tell you something. I was a poor righteous teacher, public enemy. Rappers, they were giving statements. They were for the people. For the people. When rap music came out, the programming continues. What they do, they buy up the independent labels. And they have some of you people, you know, because that's what they do. They'll let her get a few black people, make them think that they really doing something and, you know, oh, we made it. No, they just picked you to make it look good, to keep the heat off of them. So, I was so, it's disgusting to find out how the industry played on my people. And now I'm going to say this, not so much as the industry, my people, instead of standing up, the price of fame that they wanted, okay, that they bent over, and they had other people bending over. And the excuse y'all want to make is they ain't at the Clive Davis, allegedly. Everything in this show is alleged. So I sit up and I'm mad. I was very upset. I didn't even want to listen to rap music. And, you know, one of my favorite, like top 5 rappers, Ice Cube, that death certificate. I listened to it. I went back and I listened to some of the older rappers that was giving a statement. And I said, the program is still continued because some of y'all, they know people. Y'all want to be so right, that you think you know everything, that another person can't tell you anything. That's why they've been able to infiltrate. That's why the bad ones were able to keep doing what they were doing. Y'all mad about Diddy. I'm mad about African Bambaataa going through all of the projects. But see, y'all got the mindset, you can't tell me nothing. I done did my research and I done did this. And we know what's real. The program still continues. This didn't start with Diddy, allegedly. African Bambaataa and the Zulu Nation. Lives was destroyed. Children's lives was destroyed because the love of money, people can be bought off. They find drug addicts. They find people that ain't used to nothing. See, they done already scoped you folks out. They know who get ready to get down with the get down. I can tell by the people on YouTube right now, the vulnerable people that will come on here right now, like how they could infiltrate you to go against your people. Because you think you've done your research and you know everything. We don't know everything. I know people, I know what I lived through in the time era, and I know stories that was told to me. I'm not sitting. I wasn't sitting in them boardrooms. I wasn't sitting in them rooms when them higher ups, when they said, we're going to have one gangster rapper to make it. We're going to have one regular rapper. We're going to make them seem like they clean. We're going to make these people the power couples. All of this stuff was built by design. And we fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. And they sink it now. Then the programming worked so good that when you had people like Orlando Brown, the Jaguar Wrights, the Gene Deals, and everybody talking, oh, they a lie. 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 See, that's how the programming works. We don't know a goddamn thing. We can do all the research we know. We wasn't sitting in them rooms when decisions was made on how to keep our people separated and divided. So I don't know nothing, to be honest. I know what I done seen. I don't know nothing, to be solid 100. But what I can control, and that is to tell my people that all of y'all didn't come from Africa. Some of y'all we was here. We was already here. Take it all the way back to the beginning. Blacks were already here. You know. See, those are the things I can control. Because my lineage don't go back to Africa. We was dispersed to the four corners of this earth. But you got some people, the programming didn't work so good that y'all gonna sit here and say, we come from Africa. No, it was the programming. You talk about you doing your research. People want to tell me what's going on in Chicago or my city, and I know what wasn't put on the ballot. And I've let people, just for the sake of not arguing with people, because I don't worry about things I can't control. We've been into it with other countries, and we still ain't been blown up to smithereens. And I ain't getting ready to start wearing that 63, because all of this shit is smoke and screen. Smoke and screen. It's a revolving cycle. But y'all think y'all know something. What you need to know is that these people going to do anything that they want to do, and they don't give a damn about us. So I don't care how many degrees you got or what you think you know. In your eyes, you still ain't shit, and you still trying to belittle people, and you still trying to act like can't nobody tell you nothing. Let me tell you something. And I want this to work for the younger people, because I done really lost some respect for people. Let me tell you something. An alcoholic, a drug head, a P, all criminals can tell me something. You want to know why they can tell me something? And you know why I'm going to talk to them? It's because at first, they were a human being. A lot of stuff is generational curses. A lot of stuff is in the DNA. A lot of stuff was taught. It's normal behavior. So see, I want to talk to that alcoholic. They still got sense. A lot of them masking their pain. I want to talk to that drug addict. I want to tell them better days are coming. I want to talk to that person that was violated. A lot of behavior is taught behavior. And I want to tell them, I'm sorry for what happened to you. That you thought this was normal behavior. See, those are the things I can control. So while y'all sitting around talking about do your research, you worry about stuff you can control. Because half of y'all got that touchy-feely uncle. Them people, time daddies and uncles. Them ones that want you to sit in their laps and you ain't did nothing about it. Not a damn thing about it. Just tell your kids, oh, you don't go over to their house. That ain't doing nothing. Address them. Go throw their asses in jail. But you ain't gonna do that bullshit. The programming still continues. You ain't gonna do the right thing, but you gonna be out here talking about the damn immigrants and what Trump doing. And you can't even control shit going on in your own damn household. Get the, oh my God. My God, my God. If people choose not, like, I respect everybody. I love all people of all races. I have no problem with the migrants. What I have a problem is the monies that was made available. Like these people were able to get everything. Again, my first year of college, my parents paid for everything. They worked in steel mills. I got everything I wanted. The steel mills closed. My parents lost their job. We lost everything. So don't tell me what I haven't seen or what I dealt with. My parents lost everything. That was my rough time. And back then, it was so way different than what it is now, damn it. Because, see, now, at least people can DoorDash. They can do other things. Back then, my parents come from the South. That's all they knew. So don't tell me what I ain't seen or what is bad now. My mom did go take classes. She changed her whole life. My dad ended up getting sick. I lost my dad at 60. And a lot of the stuff, these people that was working in these steel mills, since y'all know so much, or y'all done y'all research. See, I'm going by living facts and what I experienced, what I saw, what I felt, what family and friends went through, while they was telling people lung cancer, was caused by smoking. No. A lot of them steel mills going in them coal mines. That stuff had asbestos in it. That's what caused cancer. So while y'all think and you want to say, can't nobody tell you nothing. I know it was a time when men couldn't even get food stamps. They never liked men. Men couldn't get food stamps. Way before Trump got in office. So why I'm not going to sit up and talk about just Trump. I'm going to talk about those that was in office, what they didn't do. And they wasn't going to do it no way. Because they was handpicked. You get people that come from other people that have been other countries who they groomed. Hope and change. What I can control is I can tell you they sent Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King figured out them people used him. They used him. They sent him into a burning building. See, those are the things I can control. I don't give a darn about what Trump is doing. Why y'all want to sit up here and talk about what Kamala would have did and what she wouldn't have did. All smoke and scream. And I done got sick of y'all. I done got sick of you niggas that think can't nobody tell you nothing or you don't know something, or you done did your research, and I'm living in a goddamn city where we did not vote for fucking migrants to be here. They passed, they went over, they put in a special act, because that's what they can do. Or can't nobody tell you nothing, or I ain't shit, because I know for a fact that they didn't want a man in the fucking house. A black man on top of that. And they kicked him out. But see, I can lose arguments for the sake of arguments. I see why people don't fool with certain people. We don't know a goddamn thing out here. We don't know nothing. We ain't sat in no boardrooms while they done set up and put everything in place. That so many people was gonna make it. But I got people, they talking about, oh, we into farming. It took my family that come out of Chula, Mississippi, the way they did the black farmers back then. They had to sue to finally get their money. Would I go into farming and think it's the way out? No. Because I know what my family went through in Mississippi with farming. They only gonna let so many of us make it. So we don't know nothing. We ain't sitting out there. And far as I'm concerned, I don't know what they do to them people when they get in the White House. Hell, who was actually controlling the White House? Hell, seems like once they get in there, seem like they start acting weird to me. They change up, they get gray. Is it really them? Is it a clone? What's really going on? Because we really don't know. We really don't know. So no, I'm only gonna worry about what I can control, and that's making sure I try to eat right. I try to tell my family stories and history on what I done seen. This ain't bad. I can remember Detroit going under. I could remember cities in Virginia when the coal mines. People didn't have jobs. So this ain't bad to me. To me, this ain't bad. This ain't bad to me. Hell, it's more opportunities for people now. Some of them coal miners, some of them people that lost their jobs, when they did lose the jobs, they were so sick from breathing in the stuff. The asbestos in the steel mill. And let me tell you something. I'm waiting on Silicon Valley gonna close down one day. I'm just waiting, because I know everything's a revolving cycle. History is repeating itself. It's repeating itself. And we still ain't getting nothing. Nothing. But you want to argue, folks, no research. Y'all want to say what people didn't do. The people that stand up and fight, y'all don't even stand up behind them. People are fighting. People don't want their cities to be migrant cities because they didn't vote for them. But y'all got all of the answers. You want to say they voted for the shit and they didn't. But you won't even support the people that's trying to fight. They want to know why. Why am I being moved out? Why did you steal my property? Because I was working on the tax situation. It was inheritance property. I didn't have to pay a certain amount of taxes. And they done stole these people property and land and gave it to migrants so they can live. What they've been doing, stealing from us every chance they get. But y'all first excuse is, you research people, you done did this stuff. Like this is what the people wanted. No, they did not want it. And then you won't even support them. You talking about what Trump doing, but you got black people out here trying to get their family property. What the system done did to them, and you won't even support them. And say you done did your research and study, and this is what they voted, and the shit was never put on the ballot. See, they find token niggas like y'all to keep the narrative going that everybody ain't smart and educated. And y'all say y'all done y'all research. You can't tell me nothing. You ain't did a goddamn thing but run off at the mouth about shit you know nothing about. And think because everything is good for you now. What I have learned, what I can control, is a lot of times I let people win. Because I'm not going to argue with something that I know to be the truth. That I know, that I lived, what I saw. That's what I can control. Telling my truth, not the make-up world that they want to tell me. And enough of you people putting bad information out there makes it really worse for the truth seekers, for the people that know. For the people that know, the city of Chicago, where my family is at, where I'm going up there, my uncle and them just come down. And you can Google it. They did not vote for Chicago to be a sanctuary city. Where I live at, in Joliet, Illinois, our mayor said they're not having it. They're not coming here. But in Chicago, they did it. They even tried to get it put on the ballot. So these people, they so slick what they've been doing, outbeating us, doing whatever they want to do to fit their agenda. It was never voted on. And enough of you Negroes believe that black people voted for migrants to come over and take the money that we never got. And these people, like me, I got co-pays. I got insurance issues. I'm fighting with insurances. And these people come over here and they are 100% covered. They are 100% covered. Like I say to all of you smart people that do research, when they didn't want the black man in the home, they didn't want the black man in the home. And black men couldn't get food stamps and stuff. When we go apply for food stamps, they want birth certificates, ID, social security cards. And they motherfucking let illegals. They didn't have no documentation. All they had to do was say they was illegal, and they gave them fucking food stamps. Everybody in the house probably was getting food stamps. That's why in the hell they've been able to prosper and save and go buy houses and build up their neighborhoods. We never had them chances. We never had them chances. Yeah, we had to be petty. We needed rent from our family members that stayed with us because wasn't nobody giving us a goddamn thing. They wasn't giving us a damn thing. So yeah, buying an extra roll of tissue might have cost money. If you living on a budget, ain't nobody giving us nothing. Then when we get laid off, we can't get, they want to fight the unemployment. They want to fight everything. You might not even get unemployment. You might not get niggas so programmed. And you want to talk about other black folks. Talking about this what we asked for, what we voted for, and the shit wasn't on the ballot. Hey, Pan. I don't care what Trump is doing. I don't care what he's doing. I don't care what he's doing. I don't talk about Trump. I talk about, if you're going to talk about Trump, talk about the rest of them. Then y'all want to talk about the Epstein files. Okay. If you knew anything, you knew so much. All of these people that claim like they do their research and stuff. When Jeffrey Epstein was unalive, when the power outage, the alleged power outage, when the power went, that's just my theory. The talk then was the Clintons did it. What y'all talking about? Trump, get back to the Epstein files. Why don't y'all go back? Since you doing so much research, y'all know so much. Why don't you go back and ask the Bushes? Bush Jr., why was this man able to leave prison every day? So you smart, intelligent people that do your research. Trump ain't concerned about them Epstein files. When he found out what was going on, he cut ties with the bastard. But that's hard for y'all to grasp that concept. He said, when one of his workers, when he tried to mess around with his workers, Mariago, they cut ties. He wasn't even talking to him. But y'all ain't talking about Biden with his daughter's diary, how they allegedly took showers and shit. But y'all know so much. You niggas know so much. That's why we can't never advance. Because y'all think y'all know so much. Y'all done y'all research on what they want to tell you. They scrubbed the internet of what they wanted to do. All of these other countries, we've been into it. We've been meddling in other countries' affairs since the beginning of time. I don't give a toot, a hoot what's going on. Whatever they're doing in Venezuela, I'm not getting ready to benefit. Hell, I don't own no oil. My family don't have generational wealth in the oil industry and pipelines. They don't own stock and all of that. Our wars, you idiots that, you coming on here trying to bash another person, say what they don't know. And, oh, I can't take them serious Because I didn't know, I didn't live. All wars have been about oil, oil, oil. No, they didn't get congressional hearing, idiots. No. See, because you don't want this beast. I can be nice, but I can be a bitch as well. They didn't get no more congressional approval than fucking Trump did. None of them. Who gonna announce they going to war? Who going to announce they gonna strike something, you idiots? That'd be like me saying I'm going to rob somebody today. I get on YouTube, this April showers. In the next hour, I'm getting ready to go rob a Walmart. And I don't care if Walmart can leave the United States. Walmart can go somewhere. Walmart did not make their employees full-time employees, so they can pay them benefits. So what do I give a hoot about Walmart? No employees were given full-time hours. What do I care about Walmart leaving the United States of America? Walmart messed up a lot of mom and pop businesses that was in towns. Walmart is why a lot of entrepreneurs ain't making it. So Walmart can't leave as far as I'm concerned. And start talking about what black people, what kind of work people won't do. Let me tell you something. If you paid workers what they should be paid, and you gave them some health benefits with some pension and retirement, paid holidays. Oh, we gonna pick fruits, berries, cherries. We gonna go down in hopes. We know our work is why we don't choose to do them jobs. Because they don't want to pay people. Like Walmart didn't pay people all these years. They've been in business. No employees had health care. No employees got pension. Unless you was in management. They didn't even give all of the Walmarts in the United States of America never gave the hourly employees over 30-some hours, because if they did, they had to pay for health insurance. Idiots. I don't care if they leave. The United States make good products. Good products. Great products. I dare anybody tell me they can't take me serious, because I know of a living experience. And at the end of the day, don't none of us know nothing. That's why I go all over. I listen to people. I give my opinion, my take. But don't none of us know nothing. We ain't sat in no boardrooms. No boardrooms. All of this stuff was built by design. And for to keep people arguing, divided, no morals. Oh, but you know, y'all hypocrites. The ones y'all pick and choose. Y'all pick and choose. All of y'all got an alcoholic in the family. Everybody's got an alcoholic. A person that's done used drugs. Probably a peeping Tom, a Uncle Tom, a kissing cousin. But I stand by my people through the good, the bad, the ugly. I stand by my people through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because let me tell you something. Baby, them people y'all counting out, them people might be the ones that might have to help your ass. Don't think because you on top. See, this what I can control, the spitting this knowledge of what I done seen. Baby, them tables can turn. So that person you thought couldn't tell you nothing, or or you was trying to say what the system is about and how we didn't do this and you didn't know a damn thing. And your ass hit rock bottom. Might be them people that you thought wasn't shit, or them people that couldn't tell you. Might have to help you. Might have to get you a meal. Because let me tell you something, baby. I don't care how much planning you do. Okay. I done seen people get their whole entire savings. Banks done went under. Financial institutions done went under. People done lost all of their money. All of their money. Hey, Pan. So I don't give a fuck about Trump. Matter of fact, all of y'all that talk about Trump, if you ain't talking about the other presidents, or you think everything been great, or you want to dismiss people because our thing works. And I'm pretty sure I can have some people that can say, baby, when folks came back from Vietnam War, that was worse. When all of the soldiers come back strung out on heroin, no jobs, they wouldn't hire them. Civil rights was going on. This ain't nothing compared to back then. So you can never dismiss when somebody say they done seen worse or people should move. I dare somebody say what people should move to or leave their area. Ain't nobody got to move. People need to do right by the people. But, the alleged politicians that they put in office to steal. And they got stupid fools walking around here talking about what somebody done asked for. Even if they vote it on. So a lot of y'all talking, you trying to make yourself look good. I don't know nothing but what I've seen and I've experienced. I'm not going to talk about New York. No, what I will say about New York is them rappers, man, they done turned out to be something else. But I ain't never lived there. I don't know what goes on in them subways, in them certain areas, different areas. I went there as a tourist. I don't know what politicians done stole. Like in Illinois, in this area, look like all the black politicians, all they do is get in there and steal. Nobody helps the community. We had Tiffany Hinder. That's what I can speak on. All the black people in office stole from us. Sorry, not sorry. That's what I can control. If you know, just like Hey, I can say I'm in the wrong profession. I should have said, damn it, I should have got, first of all, I should go rededicate my life and become a pastor and steal everybody's money or get into politics. Because y'all ain't gonna never hold me accountable for my actions. Y'all gonna say it's okay for me to steal, to wear what I want to wear. Don't follow the laws that's in the Bible. Don't follow the Ten Commandments. Y'all gonna find all kind of excuses to defend these thieving pastors, the crooks, and the politicians. I'm in the wrong profession. But that's what y'all do. Y'all stand for nothing. And you think you know everything. If I have an organization and I put on there 3 meetings, if you late, you kicked off. 3 meetings, you sign the contract, you out of there. It's just that simple. Ain't no in between. Y'all find all kind of excuses. Y'all gonna stand by those y'all love. Y'all wanted R. Kelly in jail. This the really hypocritical part. That documentary came out about R. Kelly. You Negroes. Y'all didn't want his music to be played. You had Me Too. You had the whole world. And come to find out, the government knew them parents had lied. They knew where their kids was at the whole time. Diddy trial come up. This was before the trial, where you see Diddy beating a woman down like a rag doll, and y'all still want to defend his actions. You see in the documentary where they put a narrative out there, but y'all don't want to listen to people because the Jaguar rights been telling y'all. But y'all know so much. Orlando Brown, Jaguar Wright, Gene Deal, the people that was right there, they didn't know nothing right. Everything them people been telling us has come to be true. But y'all know so much. Y'all, you're not gonna listen to the people that's been there, experienced it, and saw it. Y'all wanna dismiss them. But I guess that's what doing research do. Because if you really did your research on R. Kelly, you will find out if the man was such a problem man. Questions would be asked as Barry, why did you send Aaliyah to him to work in the studio? Barry Hankerson, Diane Halton, why did you do it? Why do y'all own and still receive royalties off his first 2 albums? You don't ask yourself, for a girl that he allegedly peed on, y'all don't sit up there and say, Well, why we mad? The daddy still kept working for him. The daddy still kept working. Excuse me. The daddy. Hold on, y'all. The daddy still went on the road and traveled with a man that was supposed to allegedly piss on his daughter. You know what? AI been out a long time. But y'all didn't have that same energy for P. Diddy. You don't have that same energy. Poor little Usher. Poor Justin Bieber. And now more information is coming out. Jaguar Wright said 2 years ago, I'll never forget. She said, and all this is alleged. Jaguar Wright said, Bashir Gray left the Diddy house. I mean, it's Will Smith's house, I believe. Now, don't quote me that for the gospel. He left one of their houses howling and screaming. Look what they did to that little boy. But you worried about Trump. Some shit we can't control. But we don't want to address the shit going on with our people in the community. I don't know how many people's lives these people done destroyed. How many children? While you running around here and we see kids are so messed up. They're so messed up because y'all don't want to listen to them, you know. Because y'all done already did y'all research. Or somebody done said that wasn't true. Baby, ain't nothing the gospel. We don't know a damn thing. I know people work for DCFS family that had to quit. It got to be too much. Mamas, daddies, everybody sleeping in the same bed. But I guess in the history books, they say this don't happen. Or you do research and it don't happen. If you ain't there, you can't never say what didn't happen. One thing I have learned is a lot of times when I know something, I just know it. For one, I either saw it, I experienced it, or I know somebody else that saw or experienced it. You don't know what kind of courtrooms some people have sat in what they done did. But some of y'all think, because you get degrees. Most of the people with degrees need help themselves. They diagnosing folks, and they the number one problem. Their world is upside down. They full of shit. When you can't tell a person nothing, can't nobody be teachable, then the type of people you get the fuck away from. Because if you can't tell them nothing, what you gonna do? You all sitting there broke wind now. Just had a piece of chitlin stuck in the crack of my tail. Oh, that's great. So, and all you trolls, y'all better watch out. Because they coming for y'all trolls. They coming for y'all trolls. A lot of these, like YouTubes and all of that, that's why y'all don't get a lot of views, right? Because you had the Diddy's and the Jay-Z's and all of these people that had money in these social media sites. That's why you're not getting abused. And that's why you got people that's sitting up here trying to get you to believe these people was the best people on earth. That's why. That's why you had the trolls. That's why you got the narrative. It's funny. Y'all can sit up and talk about Trump all day, but no other president, because a lot of this stuff was put in place before he got office. They all been dirty. But you won't even address the real stuff going on in our community. Y'all worrying about Trump and the Epstein files, because they all in them. But you not talking about the shit going on in your family, in your neighborhoods, in your community, with your relatives, or with your friends. You're not addressing the special needs kids. Y'all got co-pays for the medicine. They finally trying to come up with schools. They finally coming with more training and development for special needs kids. But y'all okay with a whole state that claims every child in that state has special needs and stole. Y'all want to protect these people. Make it make sense. Because Trump's in office and he want them out of here. And then they claim they're black once they get in trouble. And y'all fall for the okie doke. Those people came over here, scammed the whole state, and they go to get these damn people out of here. that's to sent money to terrorists. Those are the ones we should be worried about. But y'all silent on that. Y'all won't even let people do their job. But when you decide that I want somebody arrested, then it's okay. You can't make this stuff up. Y'all a bunch of four-faced hypocrites. We don't know nothing. Things was put in place. Baby, let me tell you something. These people already know what this world is going to be like in 2026. They already know what this world going to look like in 2030, 2035, 2040, 2045. It ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Y'all can talk y'all stuff, do your research. Pretty soon it's going to be half human, half man. Since you really doing research. It's not going to be no janitor job. Because they already got robots running around cleaning stuff. But I guess those the jobs that y'all don't want to do, so that's why they brought the immigrants over. They got machines that pick fruits and vegetables. Hell, they got machines that shell peas and stuff. Don't be caught up in this hype. Because at the end of the day, we're not in control of this world. We're just temporarily living here. I only worry about things I can control. With my body, trying to eat the right food, trying to do the right thing, be respectful of all people, be smart enough, yet dumb enough to know that I don't know everything. I'm smart enough to know that anybody can tell me something. I'm smart enough to know that college education, in which I have a degree, don't make you. I'm smart enough to know how you choose to live your life. What you can control is what makes you. Don't none of us know shit. We are not the powers to be. And you sit up, when folks sit up and say they done their research, yeah, just like we thought Christopher Columbus discovered America. Peace to everybody. Only worry about things that you can control. Focus on yourself. What I tell people, focus on yourself. Be a better human being. If you don't believe in God, you still know right from wrong. You should know. You should know. This is April Showers. Have a great day.